The House has voted today. The IRS is holding up millions of payments, and the economic numbers that were released this morning, and what is to come tomorrow. We have a mixed bag, or I guess you could say we have a chopped salad. Yeah, that's probably more realistic, right? Anyway, let's get into it and talk about it. So yes, in fact, the House of Representatives did hold a vote today, and they did pass an infrastructure package. Now, this is a $715 billion infrastructure package that is strictly focused on roads, bridges, railways, and waterways. Now, this kind of came out of left field. Not many people were really anticipating this up until today when they said, hello, we're going to be holding a vote. Well, they actually went through with the vote, and they did pass it through the House. Now, that doesn't really matter because now it goes on to the Senate where we'll have to see what happens there. But we all do know that there is that bipartisan package that's out there right now. This is not it. This is a completely different standalone bill focused on infrastructure. The whole purpose behind this vote today was to get it passed through the House and then hopefully take some elements or some provisions out of this plan and implement it into that bipartisan package that the president agreed upon about a week ago. So yeah, kind of interesting because we were not anticipating this bill to come out of literally nowhere. It just kind of like popped up and it's like, hey, check it out. We have a new bill. So it's like, oh, okay, great. Thanks. So anyway, yeah, they did pass through that. Now, if you see any headlines out there saying, oh my gosh, the House has voted and they passed it. Yeah, it's just because it's this infrastructure package. It's, you know what I mean? It's nothing to get too excited about quite yet, okay? I just want to let you know it right away. It's just focused on infrastructure stuff right now. However, this is good because then we can move on to that next portion of the bill, the infrastructure, the bipartisan package, and then we can just be done with it and hopefully move on to this next bill very soon within the next few days here. Also, the IRS has been out with an announcement that they are backed up by over 35 million tax returns. So, if you are somebody who is still waiting on any of the following, whether it is your stimulus check, any of the stimulus checks, the $1,200, the $600, or the $1,400 stimulus check, and maybe you filed a tax return, if you have not received it yet, this is probably why. They have 35 million payments that are still awaiting processing. That's a ton. Well, guess what? They can't process a refund if they haven't processed the actual tax return yet. So until they actually process all these returns, which could take a little while, yeah, it could take a long while anyway. But until they actually process those returns, you could still be waiting a little bit longer. Not only that, if you're due any money in the form of a tax refund, as in you paid too much into your taxes, and as a result of filing your tax return, you're waiting for a refund, again, you'll still be waiting, right? So now, if you also filed your information, if you filed a tax return and you are expecting the child tax credit, these monthly payments that are expected to start in 2 weeks from now, then again, if this is the first time that you filed a tax return in years or ever, then again, you might have to wait until your tax return is actually processed, until they actually have your information to process your payments. Yeah, so wow, they are backed up a ton. In fact, last year they were backed up a bunch too, and especially with being shut down for a little while there, when they came back to the office, they were early this year into 2021 for many, many months. In fact, into like May sometime, they were still backed up by millions of payments and still trying to work through them. So yeah, it could be a while until they actually get all of these payments and tax returns actually processed. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I mean, in fact, when I was doing my research for this video, I was like kind of picking through what I was going to talk about in this video because there's literally like a bunch of different things that hit the headlines today, and I kind of picked through and I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about this handful of different things because some of it is still very important, but yet I thought I'll either come back to it in a different video or I just wanted to pick out the best, highest quality information to share with you in this video. So let's move on to the economic numbers that were released this morning and what is to come tomorrow morning. All right, so this morning, it is Thursday, so that means the initial jobless claims number was released. This number is released every Thursday morning at 8:30 Eastern Time. It came in at 364,000. Now, what does this mean? It means that 364,000 people applied for unemployment benefits last week. Yes, this is just on a weekly basis. 364,000 new people applied for unemployment benefits last week. Now, I know you're probably thinking, why do we care? Yeah, here's why we care. We want to watch all of these economic numbers very, very closely because this is what's going to indicate if we need more stimulus, how much more stimulus we need. Do we need another round of stimulus checks? How much do they need to be? Who do they need to reach? And all of the other questions that many of us have. So we need to watch these economic numbers very, very closely. That's just why we continue watching these initial jobless claims number that is released every Thursday morning. Now, tomorrow morning is actually going to be an even bigger and more influential number. That one is the non-farm payroll number. Now, this number is released every month. It is released once per month on the first Friday of the month at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So that is tomorrow. And it's going to be released in the referring back to the month of June to see how many jobs were created in the month of June. Well, analysts are anticipating that we formed or created like 750,000 new jobs in June. And again, we want to watch these numbers very, very closely because this is what's going to indicate, hey, what's going on with the job market, right? Are people getting jobs? Are people employed right now? Are we losing jobs? Like, what is actually going on out in the real world? So this number is very influential. We know that everybody's watching this. The president is watching it. Everybody in Congress is watching this. Economists are watching this. Literally, this number is a very, very important one, which will be released tomorrow morning. So yes, I will be watching that one as well. The last couple months haven't exactly been all that great. So we will have to see how this one comes in once again. And yes, it is official. We are more than, well, just a little bit over halfway through the year already, right? Wow, where did the year go already, right? So there's a lot of talk right now about these next couple packages and all of these different breaks right now as far as the summer recess that is coming up in early August. We've talked about this multiple times, but what's interesting is I'm seeing a lot of different conflicting information out there right now. On one hand, I see one person that comes out and says, yeah, we're going to get it done sometime in July or early August. I see another person come out and say, well, our goal is to get it done before October 1st, before the next fiscal year begins, right? So there's a lot of different information. In fact, the president was out, I believe it was about a week ago, and he made reference to getting it done sometime in September. Well, okay, and then I just saw some information literally right before I started recording this. I saw some information out saying that they want to get this whole thing done, wrapped up, both of these next two packages, the infrastructure, the bipartisan bill, along with the budget reconciliation bill, the massive, colossal, whatever, gigantic, whatever big words you want to use, you know what I mean? Gargantuan, whatever these big words are, this other big proposal, this other big bill, and they want to get that done in this July/early August timeframe before their August recess. So it's really just going to come down to literally watching it on a daily basis and see how they continue to work their way through all of this and see what they actually have to add into these bills, what kind of traction they get, and also what kind of hurdles that they face when trying to get these things passed, right? That's kind of like the biggest thing. However, with the budget reconciliation, it should be relatively easy, except we have the great divide between the moderate Democrats and the progressives. They're kind of on opposite sides of the spectrum within the same party, right? They essentially want the same thing, just a little bit more extreme to either side, whatever side you go. The moderate Democrats say, like, let's take it a little easy, let's be liberal, but let's take it a little more easy. And the progressives are just saying, hey, let's go all in, let's go big, and let's go home, right? Or whatever the saying is, let's go big or let's go home, and they're probably not going home, except for their summer recess, right? Then they're going home. Yeah, don't get me wrong, sorry. I meant to, I gave them too much credit, right? Yeah, they're definitely going home for their summer recess. Yeah, but anyway, sometimes I love bashing on people, right? Anyway, so I hope this helps you out. I wanted to give you just a quick update with everything going on. There's a lot going on out there today. I mean, literally, it has been like breaking news, headlines all over the place with all kinds of different stuff. I just wanted to hammer down on a few of these different topics that were coming up today and kind of just let you know what's going on out in the world. But yes, we're kind of in this weird summer doldrums, I guess you could call it. That's what people, that follow the markets say. So anyway, I'll keep you posted, but certainly we can anticipate some things will be coming out of this relatively soon. Days, weeks, months, years. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll all be old and gray by the time something happens. I don't know. Seriously. I just wish that they would work a little bit faster. You know what I mean? I'm a very impatient person. I mean, I need action like right away, and yeah, they're not moving fast enough for me. You know, you never know. Maybe I'll make my way over there and make some noise and be one of these guys over there in Congress or the Senate or something someday. I doubt it, but you just never know, right? So anyway, yeah. Whatever. All right, we'll leave it there for now. Enjoy your day, everybody. I just want to keep you updated. I'll be back later. I do have more information that I want to share with you, including some new information out of the Golden State stimulus, those $600 stimulus checks for California residents. Yeah, we have some new information there, as well as some other information coming out. So I will keep you posted on all that. Enjoy your afternoon. I hope this one helps you out. Like I said, it's a chopped salad. Yep, it's a chopped salad we've got going on here. You got a little bit of shaved carrots. You got some lettuce. Maybe you got some onions, some sloppy dressing on top. And what else do you have in a chopped salad? I don't even know. Just whatever you want to throw in there. Maybe some onion bits, you know. Get some onion breath going. All right. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Thanks so much, everybody. I truly appreciate you. And I'll see you